If you keep up with the news, you know that the Federal Reserve is working hard to try to bring inflation down. The latest data shows that our inflation rate is still high, and it's remaining at about 8%. This news has impacted the stock market, it's also impacted the housing market, and it's causing some people to wonder if we're going to see a recession. You're likely going to be feeling the impact of this inflation in your day-to-day life. You're going to watch the cost of goods and services continue to climb, and it's going to put a little pinch on your pocketbook for the amount of money that you're having to spend for the same types of goods and services due to all this inflation. And this brings about a looming economic uncertainty with what's going to happen in our economy here in the U.S., along with what's going on in Washington, D.C. You may be thinking, should I still buy a home right now if you were planning on buying a home or if you've been looking for a while? That question is going to remain top of your mind until you're confident in your decision to either move forward or to put things on pause. Home ownership has historically been a great hedge against inflation. That's because you're able to lock in your payment that could last the entire life of the loan without seeing an increase unless taxes change or insurance change. But your principal and interest remains the same for the life of the loan. That means even if house prices go up, your mortgage stays the same. It doesn't inflate. James Royal, a senior wealth management reporter at Bankrate, says that a fixed rate mortgage allows you to maintain the biggest portion of housing expense at the same payment. Sure, property taxes will rise and other expenses may creep up, but your monthly house payment remains the same. And with rents being as high as they are and expected to continue to climb as landlords raise rates on renewals of those leases, the ability to stabilize your biggest payment, that's for your house, your monthly housing payment. Stabilizing that protects yourself against higher inflation rate in the future and against rent hikes that are likely to happen. Lawrence Yun is the chief economist at the National Association of Realtors. He explains what's happened to rents in the latest inflation report. Inflation refuses to budge. In September, consumer prices rose by 8.2% and rents rose by 7.2%. That's the highest pace in 40 years. When you rent, your monthly payment is determined by your lease, which typically renews on an annual basis. With inflation high, your landlord may be more likely to increase your payments to offset the impact of inflation. That may be a part of the reason why a survey from Realtor.com shows that 72% of landlords said that they plan to increase rent on one or more of their properties in the coming year. I have a friend that bought a house a couple of years, last year. And the reason he bought a house was because this time last year he knew his rent was going up. He was fine renting, but he decided he no longer could afford that payment for that rent. We started looking for a house and he was able to get in one in March. Becoming a homeowner, if you're ready, if you have all the plans in place for it, can become a great opportunity for you to provide lasting stability for you to make sure that you have a place to live, a place to call your own home during this time of our economic uncertainty. Hi, I'm Jeff Jones of eXp Realty. Visit meetjeffnow.com to schedule a conversation for us to talk about your home buying goals so that you can make a confident decision, or visit readytobuyscore.com to discover how ready you are to buy. Have a blessed day.